NASCAR announced some changes to the appeals, what the appeals committee can decide on an appeal, and they also say they're going to start showing parts and pieces again that are taken. Do you think that will help at all with any transparency?
No, I don't believe so. I'm actually kind of surprised on the whole Denny deal. I feel like a lot of that is just he did a really, really good job of explaining it. I listened to his podcast of this week, and I mean, I've been through some of those appeals before, and you think you've done a good job selling your case, and they actually kind of back down on the other side. And so you think you've got a really good shot of getting something reversed or overturned, and then it just completely sideswipes you that it doesn't happen that way. So I have no clue how that is a penalty. When in the rule book, if you basically get into somebody or wreck somebody, then it can be a penalty of any sort that they want to enforce on you or infringe on you. So at the Clash, how come Joey Logano wasn't penalized for wiping me out? You know what I mean? Like every chance somebody crashes from somebody else from car contact, it can be a penalty, it can be a fine, it can be whatever. So their rule book contradicts itself quite a lot, and all of us have a very, very hard understanding of exactly what's what. So it is what it is, and yeah, we'll keep going.
And speaking of appeals, as far as the truck penalties that came out this week, do you plan to appeal any of those?
No point in appealing. We'll lose. I don't have enough money to afford lawyers, so we'll let it go.
We'll come over here to the right.
That's not in the budget.
In terms of the rulings, and as you note, how the rule book kind of differs from each other, some of the different rules kind of conflict. Do you need clarification from NASCAR? Is that something you seek? Or in one sense, are you almost hoping that NASCAR starts calling things a little bit more aggressively and not allowing some, what may look like a crash, and just inserting themselves in and making a decision in light of what you've talked about in the last few weeks about respect, and maybe trying to rein that in? Or is that going way over the line and causing a problem that just adds to it?
Well, I think where I agree a lot with Denny is, if we're supposed to be self-policing and have the opportunity to be able to go out there and do something, if someone did something to us to be able to go back and retaliate, how are we supposed to do that? What does that tell me what is and isn't okay? Apparently saying it 2 days after the fact is not okay. Saying it right after the fact when you're still hot and bothered is okay. But it's
Byron got penalized still, and he admitted to it after Texas.
Right. Yeah. Well, fantastic. Great point. I don't think Denny brought that one up. Maybe he did in his presentation, but he said he had about 35 examples. So I wonder if I was any of those. The nature of it is, to me, how do you clean this up? I think you can clean up a lot of it by doing what we're all supposed to be doing at the local short track ranks, is penalizing those that are involved in the caution and sending them to the rear of the field. If there's a spin and you got punted by somebody and the caution is drawn, those two go to the back. The one spinning is already going to the back, but the one that caused the spin should have to go to the back. So, that's a start. That's not a fix, but that's just a start to kind of help, in the instance of what all goes down. So, okay, you want to bring up an example of COTA. So you had the one who got into the 48, who got into the 19. Is that right?
148, 19, 99.
99. So who do you penalize between the 48 and the 1, right? All of them. Anybody that's involved in the caution, go to the back. That's how we do it with the kids racing at 7 years old. So if we can teach 7 and 8 year olds that that's not the way you're supposed to do it and you need to race clean, then surely we should be able to teach 37 to, I guess it's 19. You start at 19. So 18, 19 year olders to Harvick's 46, 47. So we should be able to figure it out.
Go ahead, Lee.
I don't know that I answered anything, so you're welcome.